Hi dear students, here Professor Anil G. Darekar. Today we are going to discuss analysis of a coal sample from unit number 4, fuel. So first of all, why we do analysis of coal? In order to determine quality of coal, we do the analysis of a coal sample. Analysis take place by using two methods. In that first one is a proximate analysis and second one ultimate analysis. In proximate analysis we determine the percentage of moisture, volatile matter and ash, and once we get percentage of these three, we have to deduct it from 100. You will get percent fixed carbon. Second one, ultimate analysis. In ultimate analysis we are going to determine percentage of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and sulfur, and once you determine percentage of these components, you just deduct it from 100. You will get percentage of oxygen. Now dear students, one by one we will see. So in that first one, proximate analysis. Now what is the principle of a proximate analysis? So under proximate analysis we do the analysis of a coal sample. Analysis of coal sample, in which what we are supposed going to determine, what we are supposed going to find, we are going to find percentage of moisture, then percentage of volatile matter, then percentage of ash, and last, that is what, fixed carbon are found out. So this is what the principle of proximate analysis. Now first one, percent moisture. Now dear students, for finding a percent moisture, what will be the principle and what we supposed to do for removing a moisture? So dear students, all moisture in coal is removed. How it is removed? It is removed on heating. Heating of what? Heating of a coal sample. At what temperature? At 110 degrees Celsius. Where you are supposed going to heat? In hot air oven. Now method is very simple. Take a non-weight sample in crucible. In crucible you have to take a non-weight coal sample, right? That coal sample in the crucible covered with lead. Crucible covered with lead. Now keep that crucible with lead inside the hot air oven for 60 minutes and temperature 110 degrees Celsius. After 60 minutes, take out from hot air oven and cool it in desiccator. Now here question mark, why we cool in a desiccator? Dear students, what we are removing here? We are removing a percent moisture. That is what? The moisture present in coal. So after 60 minutes treatment in hot air oven, you are not free to keep open in the room. What will happen? Moisture present in the room, that moisture again enter in the crucible. And here our task is to remove moisture. So you are not supposed going to cool open in the room, open in the environment. You have to cool in the desiccator. Now what is the role of a desiccator? Desiccator provide moisture free environment. Means moisture is not there in the desiccator. How? For that purpose we use chemical, that is what? Anhydrous calcium chloride. So anhydrous calcium chloride absorb moisture that present in the crucible and create moisture free environment inside the desiccator. After cooling, take the final weight. Now you might be thinking that why not we are taking weight immediately once we remove from the hot air oven? Dear students, before keeping in hot air oven, we have taken the weight of coal sample, right? And that time temperature of the crucible as well as coal, that is equal to the room temperature. So after 60 minutes treatment, you are not free to take weight immediately. Under hot condition you will not get correct weight. So again you have to take that crucible to the room temperature, right? For that purpose you have to keep in desiccator, and then you can take the weight. That time you will get a correct weight. Now for formula, some consideration we have to do here. Consideration, that is what? Initial weight of coal is m gram. Initial weight is m gram. So final weight is m1 gram. Final weight means what? Weight of the coal sample that left behind after 60 minutes treatment in hot air oven. So how to find loss in weight? Loss in weight, that is the initial weight minus final weight, that is what? Weight of moisture. Loss in weight, who responsible to reduce the weight of a coal sample? Moisture. As moisture we removed, so loss in weight, that is what? The weight of moisture, which is equal to m minus m1, which is equal to m minus m1. Now formula is very simple. What is the formula? Percent moisture is equal to loss in weight. Loss in weight, that is what? Weight of moisture divided by weight of coal sample. We have to find percent, so multiply by 100. So loss in weight, as you know, initial weight m minus final weight m1. So you can write m minus m1 divided by m multiply by 100. By using this formula you will get percent moisture. Now here I am showing the diagram of a desiccator, and this diagram is not necessary to draw in the exam. This is just for the information how desiccator look. So actually this is one glassware, one glass container, right, with airtight lid at the top. There is a support. On that we are suppose going to keep a silica crucible, right, and at the bottom you can see drying agent is there, that is the calcium chloride, and that calcium chloride absorbs the moisture present in the desiccator and create moisture free environment. Dear students, here I shown 3 drying agents. What is the role of that agents? To absorb the moisture and create moisture free environment. Okay, so no need to remember all 3. One simple one you can keep in mind, that is what? Anhydrous CaCl2. Anhydrous means what? Absence of H2O. It is a completely dry. That's why agent is drying agent. Now we will move toward the second, that is what? The volatile matter. Now dear students, take the coal sample, right, and that coal sample is free from moisture now, right? Keep it in muffle furnace at 925 degrees Celsius for 7 minutes. Now for volatile matter, which one furnace you are going to use? Muffle furnace. Okay, muffle furnace, that is what? Bhatti. Temperature 925 and timing 7 minutes. Okay, now method, as you know, we already removed moisture from coal sample, and we got weight m1 after removing a moisture. So we will begin with m1 weight for volatile matter. Now take m1 coal sample, m1, that is what? Weight of coal sample, right, that is in the crucible. Now we are going to keep lid slightly open. The way we place plate, right, over the milk container while boiling on burner. Why we keep lid slightly open? Because we have to remove volatile matter. So for removing a volatile matter, we have to keep lid slightly open so that that volatile matter will come out. Where we are going to heat in the muffle furnace. Temperature 925, timing 7 minutes, and then cool in desiccator. So again we are going to cool in desiccator because we already removed moisture. We don't want moisture to enter again in the coal. That's why cool in the desiccator and take final weight m2. Now we started experiment for volatile matter, that is from M1. So after experiment, M1 changes to M2, M1 changes to M2. So what will be the formula for finding a volatile matter? Simple, loss in weight. Loss in weight, that is what? Weight of a volatile matter, right? And for calculation purpose, you have to take M1 minus M2. So M1, that is what? The moisture free coal sample weight, minus M2, after treatment we are taking a weight. So percent volatile matter is equal to weight of volatile matter, that is what? M1 minus M2, divided by weight of coal sample, that is what? M, and we have to find percentage, so multiply by 100. So by using this formula you can find percent volatile matter. One more addition I want to do here. For example, just imagine one experiment you started to carry out, and you got percent moisture, and second one you got a volatile matter. Now suppose fresh sample given to you, fresh sample given to you, and that sample is same, right, from same container, right? Weight again we are going to take 1 gram for example, but it is a fresh, that is what second experiment we are going to perform. Now in this case what we are going to do, we are going to heat that coal sample directly in the muffle furnace without removing moisture at 925 degrees Celsius for 7 minutes. Means what you are doing, you are simply skipping, you simply skip first step, that is what? Removing of moisture. You are directly heating in muffle furnace, right? So what will happen if you directly heat in muffle furnace? If you heat in muffle furnace directly, one shot, moisture as well as volatile matter both will get removed from the coal. At a time, simultaneously, moisture as well as volatile matter both gets removed from the coal sample. So as usual, after 7-minute treatment, you have to cool in desiccator, and you have to take final weight as a W1 gram. Now you will think that W, just you consider initial weight is W gram, so final weight after 7-minute treatment, that will weight become W1. This is just for consideration. W is the fresh coal sample weight, and W1 is the weight of a coal sample that is left behind after 7-minute treatment directly at 925 degrees Celsius in muffle furnace. So what will happen if you take the final weight? Then loss in weight. Who responsible for loss in weight? You just see the middle line. Loss in weight, dear students, which is equal to weight of moisture as well as weight of volatile matter. So loss in weight because of two components, one moisture and second volatile matter, because without removing a moisture we are directly heating in muffle furnace at 925 degrees Celsius treatment. So at a time, moisture as well as volatile matter both gets removed. So loss in weight, that is what the formula, W minus W1, and it is because of moisture as well as volatile matter. But your task is to find only percent volatile matter. So how to find percent volatile matter? So formula is very simple. Loss in weight, that is what? W minus W1, and for that loss, moisture as well as volatile matter both are responsible. Okay, so loss in weight divided by weight of coal sample, multiply by 100, and here from this formula you have to deduct, that is what? Minus percent moisture you have to deduct from this formula. Why we have to deduct percent moisture from this formula? Because we have to find only volatile matter. We have to find only volatile matter. And for loss in weight, moisture as well as volatile matter both are responsible. So we have to find only volatile matter. So we have to reduce, we have to subtract percent moisture from the formula. Okay. Now we will move toward the third component, that is what? Percent ash. So dear students, we Now again come back to our initial experiment. That is what initial weight m changes to m1. That is what you removed moisture. Then m1 changes to m2. You removed volatile matter. Now you have a coal sample and its weight is m2 because that coal sample is free from moisture as well as volatile matter. Okay. Now what is the principle for finding percent ash? Principle is very simple. Coal sample free from moisture and volatile matter. We already removed moisture and volatile matter. So coal sample free from moisture and volatile matter heated in muffle furnace. Again we are going to use muffle furnace, but now this time temperature is 750 degrees Celsius and timing 30 minutes. Timing 30 minutes. Dear students, just do the comparative, you just do the comparison between moisture, volatile matter and ash. Just recall, for moisture what we did, we keep it in hot air oven. For volatile matter we kept in muffle furnace, and for ash we kept in again muffle furnace. For moisture, what was the temperature? 110 degrees Celsius. For volatile matter, temperature 925, and for ash temperature 750 degrees Celsius. What about timing? Moisture 60 minutes, volatile matter 7 minutes, ash 30 minutes. Okay, like this you can remember. Now method how to find percent ash. Dear students, we have a coal sample with weight m2, that is what the weight of coal sample, and it is completely free from moisture and volatile matter. Now take that m2 coal sample in the crucible. Now don't keep lid on it. Without lid, keep it in muffle furnace. Now lid, that is what the cover that we are keeping over the crucible. For moisture we kept in hot air oven with lid completely covered. For volatile matter we kept in muffle furnace, lid slightly open, and for ash we are again going to keep in muffle furnace but without lid. Okay. Now rest part again same. After 30 minutes cool it in desiccator and take final weight as a m3 gram. So again you have to cool in desiccator and take the final weight. So every time for moisture, volatile matter, ash, we have to cool in desiccator, and then only you are free to take weight. Okay. So what will be the formula for ash, and what is meant by ash? Dear students, weight of ash, that is what the last residue after complete combustion of coal. Coal burn completely. So whatever left behind, that is what ash only. Whatever left behind, that is what ash only. Okay. So weight of ash, that is what the weight of last residue left behind, that is what m3. So m3 itself is the weight of ash only. Now ash, how that ash produced? Ash is produced due to presence of non-combustible matter in the coal. So non-combustible matter convert into ash, or you can say left behind as a ash. Now what present in non-combustible matter? Some inorganic matter is there. Inorganic matter. That matter is non-combustible matter. And organic matter, that is what the carbon, and carbon is actual component that is responsible for production of heat. So main burning component of any fuel is carbon, remember, and carbon is organic matter. So non-combustible matter is inorganic matter that will not going to burn, it left behind as a ash. And what present in ash? Ash is also having a chemical composition, that is what the silica and metal oxides. Now what is the formula to find percent ash? Dear students, as I said, last residue, that is what m3, ash itself. So formula m3 divided by m multiplied by 100. m3 divided by m multiply by 100. So by using this formula you can find percent ash. Now last but not least, that is what? The fixed carbon. As I said in the beginning itself, actual burning part of any fuel is a carbon. So percent fixed carbon, which is equal to 100 minus percentage of moisture, percentage of volatile matter, and percentage of ash. That is what? Percent fixed carbon you will get. Now last one, that is what? The significance of proximate analysis. You can say importance of proximate analysis. So moisture is not at all important, because moisture decreases calorific value and it increases ignition temperature. Means what? If moisture is there in the coal or any fuel, it required more heat for ignition. It will not going to ignite at low temperature. It will not ignite easily. It required more temperature to start the burning. So it is not important. Second one, volatile matter. Again it decreases calorific value. If volatile matter is there in the coal, it elongates the flame length. Flame length gets elongated. And because of elongation of flame length, what will happen? That flame becomes smoky and it leads to the air pollution. So Pm is not important. Ash, as I said, presence of 1% non-combustible matter in the coal, then it leads to the loss of heat by 1.5%. So ash again reduces the calorific value. And as you know, there is a problem of disposal problem, right? Ash fuses at high temperature, and because of that fusion, what happen? It abstract air supply to the coal. Means it break the contact between the burning of coal and atmospheric air, as ash getting deposited on the surface of fuel, right? So it break the flow of air toward the burning of coal. So coal burning become problematic. Burning will not take place properly if there is a deposition of ash on the surface of coal. And last one, that is very important, fixed carbon. And as I said, actual burning part of any fuel is a carbon. So higher the percentage of carbon, higher will be the calorific value. Okay, so dear students, here we have seen complete method for analysis of a coal sample, that is what? The proximate analysis. Okay, so moisture, volatile matter and ash, these first three components, right, you have to remember, right? Simple by comparison. You have to compare with one another, right? So as I said, moisture, what you are going to use? Hot air oven. Volatile matter, muffle furnace. Ash, again muffle furnace. Now for moisture, temperature 110, volatile matter, temperature 925, ash, temperature 750. Now timing, moisture 60 minutes, volatile matter 7 minutes, ash 30 minutes. What about lead, moisture? We have to cover crucible with lead completely. What about volatile matter? Lead slightly open. And what about ash? No need of a lead. Okay. And last one, that is what? Fixed carbon. 100 minus first three components. You will get fixed carbon. So thank you dear students for listening to me. Hope you understand.